Hello everyone and welcome back to F1 2015. I'm back after about a 2.5 week break, so back on the roll in the lead up to the British Grand Prix this weekend. And we're here, not at the British Grand Prix, we're at the Australian Grand Prix. I think he said the Irish Grand Prix then. There isn't even a Grand Prix in Ireland, as much as I'd love there to be. Anyway, we're on the grid, ready here for the Australian Grand Prix. We're in Daniel Ricciardo's car, his Red Bull, the hometown boy, as we now have 5 red lights, and away we go. There's a slow starting Toro Rosso in P5. We seem to have got the jump on the Mercedes. It's in P8 as there's a Ferrari in the wall on the right hand side as we fly down towards turn 1. We try and take it cautiously, but the Toro Rosso's turned into us and he's flipped us. He's flipped us. We've put it on 2 wheels like Tom Cruise did on Top Gear just a few years ago, and we've fallen all the way down into P9 in this race. So there's yellow flags at the moment because there's a Williams facing the wrong way, reversing his way down to turn 3. I don't think that's the quickest way to get round this track as we now try and catch the Mercedes. It's in P7 at the moment as we fly through here. He's gone wide. We'll take the position as the yellow flags have just gone away for long enough for us to steal P7 from the Mercedes. So we're now going to try and chase down after this Lotus in P6 as we try and do a recovery drive in this race after what's turned out to be a shambolic start. We had a good start, and then we just got taken out by a Toro Rosso, and we just got to see what we can do from here. There's a Ferrari going slowly there. That could be the Ferrari from the start, which lost its front wing. He's ghosted, so thankfully we don't have to worry about him. There's a Toro Rosso that took us out with no front wing at the moment. We've got an illegal overtake on him, so we couldn't try an audacious dive bomb on the Lotus. We've gone up the inside of the Toro Rosso, and the Lotus has got in the gravel. He's binned it as well, and we're now up into P4 all of a sudden. So this first lap has actually turned out to be a bit of a success as we try and chase down the McLaren. He's a little bit far up the road. No, he's not. He's relaxed back and gone straight through us. He's like a torpedo. Like a torpedo, if we're to quote Sebastian Vettel. And we've managed to get no damage from that. We're still in P4 because there's a car just pulling into the pits. But that is so frustrating. We've lost so much time just because of the lag from that McLaren. And look how far behind the top 3 we are now. He is down at turn 4 now. And look where we are. We're so far behind now. And look where the leaders are. The leaders in the bottom left-hand corner, one of which is my teammate. And they're so far ahead. So we've just got to try and keep the car that's behind us. I can't see on my preview monitor. It looks like it's a complicated name anyway. So we'll just gloss over that ever so slightly as we go green, obviously, through sector 1 on this lap. Because of course it's the second lap. We should be going quicker as we go a little bit deep into there, so we've got to try and catch up to these guys. But what a hectic first lap that's been. It's been a while since I played at F1 2015, and to come straight back to it and to have a race like this was quite incredible. But we seem to be pulling away from the car behind. I'm trying to think which car it was behind us. I think it's the Lotus, I'm not entirely sure. He didn't seem to be that quick anyway. We caught to him quite quickly on the first lap. Anyway, but we are gaining on the laggy McLaren up ahead as there's still so many yellow flags going out as the top 2 set a new fastest lap of the race within seconds of each other. And others we're all setting fastest laps at the moment. Let's see if we can set the new fastest lap of the race. We can't, but we do set a personal best, obviously, given that it was our second lap of the race. And we were quicker than P3. So we'll just have to try and catch him at some point in this race. We've pulled miles ahead of the guy in P5, and if we can get a podium out of this race, I'll be very satisfied given all the dramas that we've had. We've been facing the wrong way twice, I think, in this race, so we'll just have to do what we can. We've gone purple through sector 1. There's some dust that's been kicked up by the guy in 3rd place in the McLaren as somebody's decided to leave the session. He's not been having a very good race, and look, we can now see 3rd place in the McLaren. We've caught up to him. Well, I say we've caught up to him. He's within our line of sight, and we'll just have to see if we can gain some time through this middle sector. We haven't set a purple middle sector, but we've gone green as well, and we're visibly quicker through the chicane. We get so excited that we run a little bit, we track extend a little bit. It is a sprint race after all, and we've gone a little bit deep into it in our eagerness to try and catch up to this guy, because that's the podium right up in front of us at the moment. And as we come down and we are gaining so much time on the McLaren at the moment, and there's yellow flags out at the moment, and there's a car. Is it a blue flag runner? No, it isn't. It's the guy who was leading. The leader in the Force India has been taken out as we set a new fastest lap of the race. We're right on the gearbox of the McLaren now. So the two leaders have come together on the start-finish straight as we're now going past the Fernando Alonso's car up the inside into turn 3. We're not going to give him much space on the outside as he's still lagging in our mirrors. He's trying to drive through us now as he becomes a ghost. We get a warning for track extending as well. The tyres are starting to go off as well, but we've managed to get up into P2 in this race now. We've looked our way into P2. As you can see in the mirrors, the McLaren is lagging and moving about so much, so it's mission get away from the McLaren before he lags us into a spin like he did at the end of the first lap. But it looks like we are starting to pull away from him now, and the leader of this race is now our teammate in the Red Bull. Maybe we could do it. Can we do it with a lap and a sector to go? Can we win this race? That is the big question. We are gaining at the moment as we come into the last 3 corners of the race. Can we do it? Can we get past our teammate? Can we do it? After the race we've had, I don't know if we can do it, but we'll just have to see. If we just drive well and keep setting fastest laps of the race, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. We're on the last lap now. We are gaining on our teammate now. Is it going to be a Hamilton-Rosberg moment from Spain or from Austria? We'll just have to see. As we've gained so much time, we've gone deep though into turn 3. Now eagerness to try and gain time. We're not going to waste any time and cut the corner slightly. Thankfully we don't get a penalty. We only get a warning, and we're now right on the back of him. Maybe we cheated a little bit in cutting the corner, but we're so much faster at this stage of the race. We just need to try and find a way to get past him and take the lead. It's incredible, and we don't know what the incident was between him and the Force India, as we're trying to avoid him at the moment. He's weaving it all about the place. We're going to try and move to the outside. Have we got enough straight line speed? We do have 1-1 wings around this track. Are we going to go around the outside as the high speed chicane? Yes, we are. What a move. We're up into P1, and if there was ever a move to take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix, that has to be it. It's not very often you see a car overtake at the chicane there, let alone around the outside. We've pulled clear of our teammate as well. He lost quite a bit of time through the chicane, and he might even have a time penalty for whatever he did to that Force India. But it doesn't matter. We're going to come round the final corner now to somehow take the victory here at Albert Park. So we came out right from the brink, from pretty much stone dead last and spinning at the first corner. We've somehow turned it around to take the win here in Australia. If you enjoyed that, smash that like button. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. There'll be weekly content coming out for the foreseeable future. So until next time, guys, I will see you around. Take care and goodbye.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do?